Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCrafts.com. This is week 6 of 2018 stamp celebration series. Sorry, I'm featuring a suite every week, and this week it's the Foil Frenzy suite from the annual catalogue, page 76 and 77 of the annual catalogue. Yesterday I showed you a wee card that was featuring the designer series paper. Today I'm going to do a little card showing you a masking technique using the beautiful Happy Birthday Gorgeous stamp set. So I'm just going to pop this away. It's not going to be a long video today, just showing you a simple technique, which I think is really pretty. So here's the card that I'm going to show you today, and this is using a circle masking technique. Now, I've shown you masking before where everything went on outside of the circle. This time the actual circle itself is the feature of the card. You could add some embellishments or a little bow if you wanted to, but I actually just like the clean and simple look that this gives you. So today I decided to use the Subtles as my colour palette because yesterday we were extremely bright, so I thought I'd show you a little bit of the contrast. So just bear with me, please. So for this card, I'm going to do this one slightly different colourway, still using Whisper White for everything. So my card base is an A4 sheet of thick Whisper White, cut in half long ways and then folded, which a tenfold. Then I will have a layer of Wisteria Wonder. Is that what it, yeah. You'll have to forgive me, I'm not always very good at the colours, my memory's not that good just now. So anyway, that's Wisteria Wonder, and then I'm going to stamp on this piece of Whisper White, which again is 9.7 by 14. The Wisteria Wonder layer is 10.1 centimetres by 14.4 centimetres. Then on a piece of copy paper, this is the bit I used for the other card, I cut a circle. Now you could use anything to cut your circle, however I used our beautiful layering circle set and I chose the largest circle from that set. Now let's just have a look and see how many excuse this dirty ruler, it's one I use when I'm watercolouring. So that's about 7.5 centimetres circumference on this. Not circumference, diameter on this circle. So that's the one I used to just cut through the copy paper to make my mask. So I'll just pop that away before I lose it. So because I cut through 2 layers on the fold, it's actually turning out to be quite handy. It wasn't what I set out to do. So the piece of paper that I'm going to stamp on is going under the mask. Now what I want to do is have my circle kind of central. Come on. Yeah. It's approximately central. It's, you know, the only thing I would say is I had post-it tape and I don't know where it's gone. I don't want to use masking washi tape on this in case it tears, so I'm just going to mask off a little bit with some post-it notes. So again, it's just so that when I'm stamping, if any of the stamps are just that teeny bit bigger, I don't want to be stamping onto the white, so it's just to protect it. When I find my, I do have a nice roll of post-it tape, which is really handy, but it's handy when you know where it is. At the moment, I don't know. There, that will be fine. Oh, no, that won't be fine because that's going to fringe on my picture. I'm going to move that one as well. Obviously don't want to overlap my circle in any way. but I'm just protecting the base card. Now that'll hold everything down for me. So for this card I'm using Subtles, as I said. I like there's Subtles range of it. So I don't know if I'll use everything, but I've pulled out So Saffron, I pulled out Wild Wasabi, but I'm going to change that for Pear Pizzazz. I just think the Wild Wasabi is just a bit brighter. So I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz and So Saffron, some Blushing Bride, Marina Mist, and the feature colour is Wisteria Wonder. So I'm going to use the Wisteria Wonder in the first place to get my happy birthday greeting. And I've got some blocks here. I've got a C block, a B block and an A block. So I'm just getting the stamp set out. So I need the happy birthday. There it is, the happy birthdays. I really like this set, it's a really nice, and I just love the font. So I'm just making sure that you've got everything in shot. So basically just get a drink of my coffee and then I'll move it out of the way. Just check it on my rough paper. Ink up your stamp. Now you want to try and get this as straight as possible, but I always say if it's a bit ski with that sort of artistic, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So stamping down the happy birthday. Wow, that's pretty. And then I'm just going to put that stamp aside and I'll clean them all when I'm finished. And yeah, I think I'll use that one, the Wisteria, for the larger flower. So I'm just taking these stamps, they're like line drawings. I'm still using the big one here. Probably about 3 now. You do have, what we do is overlap the copy paper a little bit with the edge of the flower and then stamp down quite firmly, because obviously you've got to get through the thickness of your copy paper as well. This one, you don't want to touch your greeting, but you can go quite close to it, it's quite effective. And then I'm going to put a third one about here. Okay, so that's enough of the big flower, I think. Pop that over to the side. In fact, use a smaller block, I think, now. And choose one of the other flowers. I think we'll choose this one. It's got 5 little petals, and we'll choose a different colour for this flower. I'm going to use Blushing Bride. See how this goes. Whoops. Randomly, 3's always a good number, but we might, you know, we might need to add in some at the end. But we'll see how we go. And there's another little flower. They're all hiding from me today. Here we go. I wonder if we'll do this one. We'll do this little one, and I think we'll just use Marina Mist. Bring in the colours. Now this one's quite a small flower. You just want to kind of catch the edge of it. I think we'll actually do, we'll go for 5 of these. That one wasn't so good, but I might just overlap that with a leaf and that'll disguise the fact that I didn't properly stamp that. But you do have to press quite firmly. Right, now got these nice wee seed heads, and I think we'll do these in this So Saffron. Again, just put in a few of the wee seed heads in where you can. I maybe shouldn't have put 5 of the other ones in. The little blue flower, maybe I should have stuck with my number 3, but never mind. Where can we squeeze this in? Oh yeah, we can squeeze it in here. There we go. So we've put in 3 of the seed heads, and now I need some leaves. So I'm just going to put a tiny wee leaf here, the one that's got little veins in it. Just being very careful with these tiny stamps because I don't want to lose them. So pure pizzazz here for the leaves. A wee leaf going in there. These ones you can have a full leaf, just kind of coming off your flower there, and then it's very, you know, very random. Of course they're just line drawn flowers, it's no problem. And just a wee touch of it in there, and quite a big space here. And again there. It's just so that, you know, it takes your eye right round the circle once you... I'll just put a wee leaf there, I think. Plenty. Lots, maybe overdose, but right, let's just quickly put our inks to the side out of the way. It looks quite pretty. Then we just take our masks away. The post-its, keep them, you might use them if you're doing 2 or 3, you might want to use them on your next one. And again, your mask you can use over and over again. I just used a clean one just to make it easier for you to see what I was doing here. So there you go, take the mask away. What do you think? I think that's really pretty. Just make sure your hands are clean when you're using Whisper White. I'm just going to give mine a bit of a wipe with a baby wipe there to make sure they're clean. And I'm just going to layer up my card. I'm just making sure that all my stamps are out of the way so I don't get them. Right, so I'm going to layer this up. I'm just using, whoops, snail. You might want to use wet glue, give yourself a bit of, whoops, making a bit of a hash of that. This is just to show you, it was really just to show you the technique. That as central as you can. And just to show you that although in the catalogue this set is featured with extremely bright foiled colours, I think it works really well with subtles too. Please let me know what you think. Please let me know if you have a go at using this technique. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for sticking to the end of the video. For our second project this week. Hopefully I'll get back later this week to show you some more techniques. I've got a couple of other ideas in mind for this stamp set because I just think it is so beautiful, and birthday cards, we're always needing birthday cards. So thank you. I would really appreciate you subscribing to my channel and for your likes and your comments. Thank you.